welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a special guest right here. Ding, 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 ding. Her name is Queen D.
Oh, you already know.
Audio test.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, tu, ta. We should get some controversial ones.
I'm not about that.
Why?
I'm not trying to end my marriage.
That's gonna get cut out of this camera right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have two special guests. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Durka.
I'm Heranya.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well, today we are shooting a video based on your questions surrounding the topic of relationships. I thought it would be a cool idea to have these two do this video with me because I'm in a long-term relationship. My girl here is
An entanglement. I'm joking. I am engaged.
and my
I'm
sister is
married.
Okay.
I don't have my dog.
She got her ring on too. I don't got a ring on.
I don't.
Anyways, so let us begin. What shouldn't you tolerate in a relationship? Infidelity. Cheating.
Lying.
I don't think you should tolerate being put down.
Yeah.
AKA
Abused.
that's abuse.
Abuse,
Okay.
verbally, physically, anything. Like, if you feel like that person is not uplifting you, not making you feel beautiful, and this also goes for men too. Like, women can also be toxic too, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, it goes both ways. And if you feel like that person doesn't let you grow because they're like holding you back, that's a no-no in my opinion.
I think when people think like, you know, abuse and things like that, they think verbal or physical, but there's so many different types of abuse.
Yeah.
There's emotional abuse, financial abuse. People don't even know when they're being abused.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's important to, you know, acknowledge and think about.
I also think it's like a no-no if like your significant other kind of tells you who and who not to hang out with.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
they shouldn't be
Yeah.
controlling.
Or what to
Controlling.
wear.
Like being too controlling is
Yeah, and like pressuring you to do things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
that too.
I guess it actually has to do with your morals too. Like what you look at, what you want in a relationship, right? Everyone's different. We can't judge. We can't judge.
Like me, for example, I dress very like I don't think I dress like so revealing. I'm just comfortable with my body, and so yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if I had those boobs, I would too.
Wait, did you just say if you had boobs, you would too?
Bitch, I have boobs. They're too big. But this is the thing for Nidun. He grew up in an environment where they were more conservative, right? Especially dressing wise. So for him, when he sees sometimes some of the things you might wear, it might be like, oh, right, like not everyone grows up in the same environment that we do, or like our parents are very liberal too, right? Like so it's different. Yeah.
And it's not that like he completely has to be okay with it. Like a lot of times he's not, but at the same time he knows that I dress a certain way because I'm happy with my body. I dress to feel good.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. And he knows that and he's fine now, so.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked for some advice for leaving a toxic relationship. You want to start?
Why are you looking at me?
No, I'm just saying. I just happen to look on this side.
Honestly, I feel like you're not going to leave until you know your self-worth.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, like I feel like no matter what anyone says, you're not going to be able to get over or leave that person until you're able to find, like, actually truly believe in yourself and like love yourself. When you're in a relationship for so long, it's that much harder to get out of it, even if it's toxic.
The time you've dated or been with someone should not be the deciding factor for why you stay with them.
Yeah.
You should stay with somebody because you actually think it's going to work and that you guys complement each other's lives and
You grow together.
you grow together. Do you have any advice for leaving a toxic relationship?
I think I agree with you guys.
Listen, people need your advice here. Like, you're married.
I don't know.
Okay,
I just don't think you shouldn't lose yourself loving someone else.
Ooh, that should be a song. Is
That's a quote. I'm gonna get
that's a Selena Gomez song, isn't it? The heart one.
That
No.
ain't no Selena Gomez song.
The song she wrote with Justin Bieber.
That's my saying. Quote. By
I'm gonna get that tatted on me now.
Lose you to love me. At the end of the day, love can't save a relationship. Love is not the only thing that's required. Obviously, it's needed in a relationship, but it's not something that like the whole relationship
I think it's so much deeper than that.
around. Yeah. What do you guys think of in-laws moving in?
Hell no.
I agree.
When you get married, you need to be able to live on your own. Unless, like, you have to take care of your
Yeah, like,
parents because of, like, they're sick or they're old.
I agree with you completely. I do feel like when a couple moves in together, they definitely need their own space, because especially, again, when you're from a culture where you're not allowed to move in together prior to marriage, your first 2 years of getting married and moving in together, that's the first time you're living with the person. So there's so much you're learning about them. And so to add a family on top of that, so you having to deal with not just your partner, but everyone else, that's a little hard. So me personally, I do think that a couple should take minimum, the bare minimum. Yeah, I was gonna be like a year, but I think 2 years, 2 to 3 years is important. Unless obviously your partner or you have, you know, a family member that's dependent on you.
Being someone that just recently got married, like I look back at that first year and I'm like, oh, there's like a lot of things that, you know, we were able to do because we were on our own, you know, like curfews. Yeah, I'm not talking about what you guys are thinking, but like, okay, you know, anything with these two, especially that one over there.
Don't accuse me. No, I'm out of this equation. There's a Queen D over there.
Queen Dutty. It's just like you have more freedom, you have more space, and you need the privacy. Like,
and you also don't want to fight in front of your
in-laws,
in-laws,
it's the same
right?
thing. It's just like you lose that comfort. Right? And it's just like when you move out and you're living together, you always want to feel like you're home. You at home. You want to feel comfortable. And I feel like just having your family members there, it's like you're not going to be yourself. And I feel like it's very important to be yourself in a relationship and when you're married. And so that's the only reason why I would be like, it's better to not live with your in-laws.
There's nothing wrong with living with your in-laws.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
There's absolutely nothing wrong however, if you have the preference, if you feel like you should not and cannot, your partner has to respect that, and you guys have to obviously talk about that and figure out, you know, a compromise.
Yeah.
Well, next question. A lot of people don't like talking about this, but what's your advice for girls who are having sex for the first time?
What do you mean I haven't done it yet?
Yeah.
Jokes.
Honestly, my only advice would be do it if you're ready.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be something that's forced. Like, you should want to do it.
Yeah.
I also think that I feel like some people think that, you know, you have to only do it with one person, and you're like, so I feel like a lot, and you know what, I actually know people that have this view of like, the person that I am with for the first time physically needs to be the person I'm going to marry. It doesn't necessarily need to be someone that you're in love with either.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think that that's the thing. If you want to explore and grow and want to do that, then, and you feel like you're ready, then go for it.
It's
like,
what
really
it means to
needs,
you.
Yeah.
It's what, like, obviously, it's, like, sex means something different for everybody. For some people, it's just having a good time.
Yeah.
It's feeling good.
Yeah.
For some people, it's something that they want to save for marriage.
Yeah.
And for some people, it happens with their partners when they feel like it's gonna, like, when it happens.
Yeah.
Each scenario is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's what it means to you. And this person asks, what's your advice for girls who are having it for the first time?
Honestly, it's nerve-wracking. I feel like sometimes people actually get emotionally hooked to that person after and can't leave.
It's common.
Because of that one aspect of the relationship, because you have done that now. And I feel like that's so wrong. So if you have that type of mentality, maybe wait and understand that, like, and then once you've like realized, oh no, this is what it is and I want this, then go for it. But don't let it affect your mental health, because sometimes I find that can like be the reason and the factor why you're not letting go, even if you're in a toxic relationship.
This is common, I find, for girls.
Yeah,
like
very
women.
common.
And make sure it's safe. Sex.
Make sure.
Use a condom if it's your first time.
Yeah.
Safe is the word. Be safe, especially you ladies, because sadly, I mean, not sadly, because at the end of the day, childbearing is a very special thing, but at the end of the day, it does affect our bodies if things don't go as planned. So, well, it's not even just like getting pregnant, it's STDs, y'all. Yeah, safe sex is really important.
Practice safe sex.
Yes.
Is that your slogan?
Practice safe sex.
Pet peeves about your significant other.
I'll go first because I have so many, and I hope you're watching this. Doesn't put the toilet seat down. What do I look like? What do I look like? You're made to come behind and put it down every single time. That's a huge one for me.
Oh,
Chewing like a horse.
She going in.
Chewing like a horse. I don't like that one either.
Chewing like a horse?
Oh, he doesn't, but in the
Oh my
beginning,
God,
he does.
I'm
love that
literally
like that.
picturing him right now chewing like a horse.
And his anger. But I also have anger problems, so you know.
We know.
When he's washing his face, he decides to also wash the mirror, which she's also the queen of doing
Me
that
too,
too.
me too.
Why are we dissing me right now? Why are we
I
dissing
can't
me?
handle
Girl, you
'Cause
ain't
me and
washing,
Nidun talk
you're
about
not
that.
washing your face enough. That's what it is.
No, why do you guys have to? This is how Mari
you were
washes.
complaining about pimples lately,
No.
right? Maybe you're not washing your face properly.
No, this is how we wash. Let me show you. Okay, this is the water. This is the mirror. This is Mayu.
She says this about him, and then she goes, "Oh, he's my sexy man."
What do you call him? What's his
My
nickname?
Bobby. Bobby. Watch. He's gonna see this video. He's gonna look at her. He's gonna be like, "Screw you." He's gonna be, Bobby,
You know what?
I didn't mean it.
He doesn't have
Bobby."
Instagram. What's your pet peeves of Nidun?
My biggest pet peeve is he doesn't know how to balance his life. He doesn't have work-life balance. He's work, and then Thanuska's up there somewhere, and then family's there too, and then it's just like he just doesn't have a social life. But honestly, like it makes me proud because obviously he's grinding and it's good, and he wants to be retired at 30. So other than that, I feel like he's never the first to say sorry.
Oh, that's
I feel
mine
like
too.
I'm always the first to say sorry.
How about when he puts Vaseline on you 24/7?
Oh. Yeah, Nidun has this habit. Like, I'll have a serious ass conversation with this guy, okay? He'll pull out his Vaseline and be like, "Yeah, babe? Okay. And, like, twirl his finger in his fucking Vaseline. And then he'll be like, "Okay." And then just put it on my face while I'm talking. And I'll like, stop talking and be like, damn. She's like, "Where do I start?"
I don't like how Nirsan's butt is bigger than mine.
That's not a pet peeve. That's an
I'm just
insecurity.
joking.
That is an
joking.
insecurity. You gotta work. You gotta love yourself for who you are. It's
no,
okay.
I like my butt.
A flat ass you have?
Oh, Nirsan has this sweaty hand issue. What is it called?
That's so mean. That's
not something he can
That's
control.
hyperhidrosis, okay?
I know, but
That can't be a pet peeve.
okay, but sometimes it gets.
So
A
stop.
little-
Don't
It's
hold his hand.
raining.
Yeah, it is raining.
Yeah, that's how his hands feel. It's like it got wet in the rain. I'm just joking, but
No,
like,
you're not.
okay, no.
To it.
Oh, Samael.
Oh. He doesn't.
Sorry,
care.
Nirsan.
Okay, Miss Chef Ramsey.
Even if you don't know how to
You
cook,
can
like,
learn.
yeah,
Once
you
in a
can
while,
learn,
yeah.
or like, like once in a
Yeah.
while, like a surprise special
that would be
dish.
nice.
Like I hope
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a surprise dish for my birthday. Everything is about the bed, okay? Another thing is Nirsan. Nirsan has very crazy dreams. He was going and I tapped him and he screamed so loud, like that annoys me.
So her pet peeve is that he has nightmares, okay?
Yeah, like I don't
That's
like his
nothing more.
nightmares. Like I don't like his
Oh,
nightmares.
Okay.
How do you keep the spark going after 3 years? Yeah, I think it's honestly just doing things that are different. I wouldn't say I'm the best at doing that. Me and
Neither.
Nidun, we just like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We like watching movies at home.
Yeah.
Just
Going to
being
the gym.
together, cuddling, watching shows, and occasionally we take we do getaways. What do you do to be spontaneous?
Get him 30 gifts.
What
for
do
his
you mean?
birthday.
I cook. Did you not see my quarantine dishes? I think that's
Oh
so.
my god.
That's true because your son loves food.
You have to know what your partner likes and dislikes.
One thing we have to talk about in this video is reading the book Love Languages. Every single couple needs to read that book. Even if you're not in a relationship, you need to read that
Yeah,
book.
because I feel like you figure out yourself.
What's your advice on dating a guy that everybody is against? Okay, so here's the thing. There's 2 ways of looking at it, okay? So if you're dating a guy and everybody is against it, there must be a reason for that. You have to question, why don't my peoples like this guy? But at the same time, you know your guy best. You gotta do what your gut tells you to do. At the end of the day, if you make a mistake or like it doesn't work out, it's a learning lesson, right? It's not like it's something you should regret. If your gut tells you to stay with a guy, even if your family and friends are against it, then you should do what your heart tells you to do.
Obviously, everyone has their own opinions about certain things, but I feel like if you are truly happy in your relationship and like they just don't like what that person is about or something like that, then they should still support you and at the end of the day.
Honestly, it really depends on the reason people don't like the guy that you're dating. Like, I don't know. If this guy is like a bad person, and that's why they don't like him for you, and like you're not able to see past that, then maybe that's something to consider.
Yeah.
At the same time, what you said, if you're happy, if this person's keeping you happy, they're faithful, they're loyal, everything, then what, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yep, agreed.
You just gotta do what makes you happy, boo.
Mm-hmm.
Question for your sister. How was the transition moving out with your husband?
It was bad.
Good question, actually.
I still remember.
Let me answer the question.
Oh.
Because asked me. Anyway, so if whoever asked this question, if you follow me on Instagram, I recently.
Oh damn, you an
She wants you
influencer
to.
now.
She wants you
No,
to.
no, no, but I
My
recently-
sister has recently become an IG influencer with
Facts.
ding 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 2,600 followers.
So like we recently just celebrated our first anniversary, and I posted a photo with the caption expressing that moving away from my family was hard. I was the eldest. I was the first one to get married in my family, and I'm just like a home bird. I like being at home, and like I like spending time with like, you know, like I used to like spending time with my mom. I like spending time with my brother or sister. I just like being at home. Oh, and this one too. Also, like we've been living in this house for like 20 years, so I don't even know what it felt like to move, to pack up, to like actually physically leave. When I found out I was going to, I think I didn't really accept it till the day I got married and I actually left with my bags. It was hard. It was hard for like the first few months, and in like our year there was so many things that happened in our first year. Like it was like for the first few months I got used to it, and then you know like our mom passed away and stuff, and it just sent me back to like square one again where I had to start over. So it was just like we had a lot of hiccups. But if you were to ask me now, a year later after being married, I think I got used to it. I think I'm learning to love it a little bit more, you know, like
Appreciate it.
yeah, appreciate it, just having your freedom, like learning new things, growing together. I'm not saying that I don't like coming here. I always come here every weekend. Like I think this transition of like, you know, leaving your family and like moving with your partner is just like it's important in life. Or like you don't even have to move with someone, just like living on your own for some time and just experiencing that, it's like part of growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is why I feel like moving out with your partner is so much more like it's
so
important to do before you get married.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
obviously in our Tamil culture, our parents are really, I mean, I guess I feel like most brown cultures, they don't allow you or not preferred for you to move out with your partner prior to getting married.
Because this is why, in my opinion, if you can't live, like, yeah, okay, you can be in a relationship, and you can be in a relationship where, like, you guys only see each other once a week. So every single time you see that person, you're not trying to fight. You're trying to have the best day possible because you're seeing them once a week, right? The moment you move in together, you're seeing that person every single day, okay? You don't know how it's going to be.
You sleep beside that person.
And you don't know how it's going to be because you don't know if the person's, like, cleaning habits and their washroom habits and everything is going to align with yours. And this is the little things that can drive you insane.
We feel like, yeah, we dated for like 4 years before we got married, but we really started to get to know each other after we moved out and started living on our own. You learn your habits, you learn your like anger levels, you learn all about your emotions. Like you think you know that person so well when you're dating, and then up until the point you get married to them, but that's not true. You get to know them way more than you did before, like once you start living with them. All I could say is it's gonna be hard, but it will definitely get better.
Yeah.
And one day you're just gonna look back and be like, oh, I can't believe.
And I feel like some
I
people
can't
rush
believe
into
I
getting
cried
married.
and bawled my eyes
Yeah,
out.
that was me. I cried every
It was so
weekend.
funny. There's this really interesting one. How to deal with a jealous sister-in-law that doesn't like the attention on you.
I don't got a sister-in-law.
That sounds like a Tamil cereal.
I only have 3 brothers-in-law. Oh my god, that is so true.
Yo, did you guys used to watch Mattioli?
Mattioli
Mattioli.
To be honest, as much as we make fun of these Tamil cereals,
No,
they
they've-
are like portraying things that people need to learn. Like,
No, it's real life.
Back
So
to this
person's question, how do you deal with that sister-in-law that's jealous that doesn't like the attention on you?
I hope, first of all, I hope the sister-in-law is not living with you. That's the first thing.
Avoid them as much as you can. You don't have to have a relationship with them, but I know it's your sister-in-law, so you technically are like tied together.
You can be cordial.
Yeah.
Don't let it get to you.
Honestly, communication is key. Like, yeah, you shouldn't let it get to you, but at the same time, if it's at the end of the day, it's not like it's just a friend or someone in your circle that you're never gonna see. It's your sister-in-law, so you're gonna see this person all the time. I'm assuming. So it's like you should work towards having a good relationship with her. So I guess like if you can communicate your feelings and how you're feeling and just figuring out what the problem is, that would be great. But if you don't want to have a relationship with her, then I guess just, I don't know, cut.
Kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness. Okay, so somebody asked, this is a more serious question. How do you open up to build a healthy relationship after dealing with abuse from men?
Like, I think one thing that men or women, when you experience abuse, you start to like devalue yourself. You don't love yourself when you experience things like that in your relationship. And I think before moving into a new relationship and building a healthy one, like, you have to love yourself first.
You gotta
work on yourself. You're like, you know, your confidence has to go up, your self-esteem has to go up. You literally have to like love yourself in order to love someone else. I don't think you'll have like
But we're not saying this is what actually happens. This is common among women who do deal with domestic violence or any sort of abuse. Ongoing abuse, the common factor is that there is a lack of self-esteem or like self-love.
I also feel like sometimes you can go into a relationship, be so confident, and someone can tear it down, and then it's just like,
it's very common.
It's so hard to rebuild that.
It's really sad. It happens. It's very common, especially within, I feel like, our culture, our peoples.
It's also because we don't talk about abuse and we don't talk about mental health and all of that kind of stuff. It is now more of a thing that we do talk about.
Yeah.
But we also don't want to be judged.
I feel like in our like Tamil people and stuff like that, women, like, abuse is a common thing in like our parents and older, their generations, and like I feel like the women specifically, because don't get me wrong, abuse happens to men too. Women, like, they get abused and then they think that's okay because that's what they were taught, and it's just it's passed down generations.
And they're like, oh, I have kids with this guy, so I can't leave him. Yeah.
And that's a common, and it's hard. It's like when you're experiencing, again, like I'm speaking from just things I hear. It's not something I've experienced, so I'm not speaking based on experience, but like obviously when kids are involved, it makes it that much harder. But I mean, this person's asking, how do you build a healthy relationship after experiencing abuse? So obviously working on yourself, and to do that, I think therapy is like a must, and I think it's very underrated. I feel like people look at therapy and think it's a negative thing, but it's not. You would be so surprised at how much it can help you.
And help you grow.
Yeah, help you grow, help you heal. Like, you must heal yourself before giving yourself to somebody else.
And it also actually helps you understand yourself. Yeah. You may think that you know everything about yourself and like whatever, but once you go to therapy, I feel like you learn so much more.
We all have our own lived experiences. We all have our own traumas. And I find that you take all of that baggage and you take it into your next relationship, and it does affect your relationship, that new relationship. So it's like, you really need to deal with those feelings. You need to internalize and just deal with everything. You shouldn't bottle things up, because obviously, like, violence, domestic violence, and abuse, any type of abuse, verbal, physical, emotional, financial, anything that you've been experiencing, like, you have to accept that it happened to you. And you just have to honestly move forward, and it all starts with you and inside you, and you got to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with somebody else.
And the next person that you do find needs to know, I feel like, your background. Because you can't just expect people to you can't go into a relationship not let them know what you've been through, and expect them to understand like what. And this is the other thing, like, sometimes something that might not trigger you might trigger someone else. So you need to be able to explain and communicate that with your new partner, so that they know how to make you feel safe and secure and valued, I guess. So yeah.
Because honestly, when I read the term abuse, like, from men, I thought of domestic violence instantly, but obviously a common thing in our community, and it has been all over social media lately, is sexual abuse, right? And I know this might trigger some people, but like, that, I feel, is really, really important to open up to your partner about, because you do, at the end of the day, no matter what type of abuse it is, you do get triggered. By any little thing you can get triggered, and sometimes your partner may be very unaware, and that might affect your relationship. So I know for some people it takes a long time to open up, but I feel like opening up about past traumas and literally what she said, I think that's really, really important to maintain a healthy relationship with future partners.
Facts. 100. 100.
So someone said, when you know you come last behind everyone else in your partner's life. What are your thoughts? In my eyes, my partner always comes first.
Yeah, same with me.
In the sense that if somebody in my family or my friend circle or something ever disrespected my partner, I take that as disrespect towards myself. It's not like I'm saying I'm choosing one over the other. I never want it to come to a point where I never will let it get to a spot where I have to choose one over the other, because I would let them work it out or something. But that being said, I do feel like if you are marrying someone, or you're married to someone, or you're with someone for the long run, you should value that partner's opinion and what they have to say and their feelings. You do need to validate their feelings, whether they are a guy or a girl, because that's the person that you're trying to spend your life with. So you got to keep them happy.
Facts.
Right? I mean, you're married and you're engaged, so you tell me.
No, I agree. And I've had this conversation with you before.
Yeah.
He's like one of those people that will always give everyone the benefit of the doubt, no matter what.
I'm like that too.
Yeah. And so sometimes, because he does that, I feel like I get put, like my feelings and my opinions and my emotions get pushed to the side, because he will try, like, and I don't think he does it on purpose, but he tries to, he tries to understand where that person's coming from before he tries to understand where I'm coming from. And I get annoyed, because I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, I'm telling you how I'm feeling, so you should be like, you know what, that wasn't right. But sometimes I feel like he does the opposite, and I don't think he does it on purpose, like I said. I think he just wants everyone to be happy, so he tries to tell me their point of view without even knowing it, I guess. And then I get annoyed, because I feel like I am being put second. So this is a conversation that me and him actually recently had, being like, that's not okay.
You need to validate.
Yeah, validate the feelings.
Their feelings. Sometimes people, when they vent to you, when your partner vents to you or talks to you, it's like they just want someone to talk to.
Yeah. And they don't
or like,
even,
here,
yeah,
listen.
Yeah. Maya, if you're watching this.
I think this person's pretty much saying that they actually are, they're like dead last, and what are our thoughts about it. But I don't think your partner should ever make you feel like you're dead last.
Yeah, like you should make each other feel important.
Whether that's spending time with you, whether that's, like validating your feelings, like you should be at the top of the priority list. Especially, again, if you guys are in it for the long run, then that's really important. Otherwise, that's not gonna last. Because if you're someone that tolerates that, like being put dead last, you will get to a breaking point. I don't know what this person was talking about, but if you just feel like you are not valued, leave. That's all I have to say.
Or you need to address it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communicate your feelings. Okay, your opinion on today's dating scene. Dating multiple people, the terms used today, like talking. When I was talking to Nidun, we were exclusive.
So was that? Yeah, same with
Some people, when they say talking, they are not exclusive. They're talking to multiple people.
Yeah, and I think that's your different. Like, I don't think it's wrong. I don't think one or the other is wrong. You need to. I feel like it's good, and I think it's healthy to actually talk to multiple people. And
that's dating.
Yeah, that's dating.
And it's
I think people. I feel like, especially the brown community. I don't know, because we are brown, so I'm just whatever. When we say talking, like if I say I'm talking to someone, they're like, oh, like she's about to get with him. That's what our train of thought is, but I don't necessarily think that's what it means.
In my opinion, it is okay to date multiple people. That's what you should be doing, because like, why put all your eggs in one basket? What I think is a no-no is if you're like sleeping around with each one of your options. What do you think about that? I don't know, but here's the thing. It's okay if the people you are talking to are aware that you are doing that. Because some people may not be okay with that. Like, I would not be okay with that. I personally.
Yeah. Like, if I was talking to someone and I'm actually putting my effort into someone, I would not be okay if he was like, yeah, so I'm talking to this girl too, and, last night we got it on. I'd be like, okay.
Transparency when you are dating is really, really important. Like, if you are someone that is dating multiple people, I think you should let the people you are dating know, hey, I'm talking to multiple people, but I'm interested in you. And like,
when you're younger, you get emotionally attached to someone when you're talking to them on a daily basis. And I know when I was younger, like, I would stay up until 4 or 5 a.m. talking to this one person, right? So I feel like when you find out, oh, he's talking to multiple people, it's like, hell no, because, I'm wasting all my time on you while you're talking to someone else. Yeah. So I feel like it's hard to grasp when you're younger. But I feel like as you get older, you want to explore those options,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you want to make sure that you're able to talk to multiple people and see what actually works and what doesn't work. Like, you shouldn't
Some
be like,
people
oh yeah,
expect
let's be
that.
exclusive, and then you should like be talking to someone
Oh
else.
hell! If
Yeah.
you say you are exclusive with someone, and you're not, there's something wrong with
Yeah.
you. What are some important qualities you look for in a partner? I mean, he gotta be fine as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be attracted to
Oh,
your
yeah.
partner. You
Yeah.
gotta look at them
Yeah.
in bed. Like, come on. No, not like that. When you're like going to bed, like when you're like if you're, come on, like when you sleep beside your side, like don't you want to be like, oh my god, hubby.
When I first met Mayu, I actually was not attracted to him, and then the moment he started talking to me,
Mayu, now she's
I was
all
like,
over
oh
you.
heck, like he was like, I was just like, wow. And I feel like his like intellectual part of him,
He's
and just
a very smart guy.
like everything, just like I was so attracted. The moment like he started talking to me, I was like, where have you been? And I was like, he's so fine, like, you know. But I think that the personality is what like drew me to him, and obviously it's great that he looks great, but
For me, they have to be ambitious.
yeah.
They have to have interest in not only helping you grow and like want to grow together. Like, I think that's like one thing that stood out to me about Nirsan.
Yeah.
He's just always like pushing me to do better.
That
together.
fat ass.
Damn, we made her lose her words.
Yes, my husband has a bigger booty than me.
Bigger than all of ours, to be
I
honest.
know,
I think he has the biggest booty in the family.
Yeah, watch
right?
everyone go and like search his Instagram and go, ooh.
Yeah, that's his biggest asset.
He got that peach. For me, also just a kind person.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's actually what kind of drew me to Nidun. Like, I still remember this one time, like, this was one of my first encounters with him. I think we were driving on the highway or something, and, like, I was in another friend's car, or teammate's car, and, like, somebody got, like, left behind at the light, and Nidun pulled over and waited for that person to come. And a lot of people don't do that, right? Because, you know, you got a GPS nowadays, but, like, he's just one of those people that just
I find
thinks
that
about,
is very much Nidun.
yeah, he's kind, caring.
Also, he's very tall.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
tall.
jealous that
He's
my
almost
sister can
6'5".
wear heels and I can't.
But other than that, I think the basic qualities is just being able to communicate, being honest, faithful,
Funny.
loyal, funny. Funny's an
I
important
think
one.
that's a huge one.
Yeah, I think our partners are pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think I'm
I'm
fun.
nice.
I think I'm pretty funny. I think Nirsan needs a little bit of alcohol to be funny.
What do you do if your man becomes possessive or jealous?
Ooh. I'm a little jealous.
You're a lot jealous.
Yeah, so like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, like those two qualities together is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that needs to be worked on for sure. There's probably some sort of insecurity involved, unless you're doing something to make them jealous. I don't know. Like, that's something that you obviously have to talk about. Possessive,
What does that even mean? Like being like, oh yeah, only for me?
yeah.
You have to be curious and you gotta ask, why is he becoming this way? And you gotta ask him too, right? Like, what is it? Like, have I done something that makes you feel like you need to like be like jealous or possessive because like you feel insecure that I'm about to do something? Like, you have to figure out what the reasoning is, because I feel like people don't just become it out of the blue, right? I feel like there's incidents that do take place or that you may not even know, right? And it might be honestly miscommunication or something, so it's something that you have to communicate, figure out for yourselves.
All right, guys, that was it. We got through majority of the questions. I just want to, just a disclaimer out here. These are just our opinions, our perspectives on relationships. So, like, don't, like, be offended by anything we said or, like, you know, take something seriously and be like, oh my god, Thanuska told me I should do this. And so
I'm leaving you because
throw
you
me under the bus.
And don't also like follow what we did either.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, do what's best for you.
Yep. Everyone's different. Every relationship's different. And the other thing about relationships is don't compare your relationship to other people's relationship. Everyone's is unique. Thank you guys for being on my channel again. I really enjoyed having you guys here.
Us too.
Me too.
If you guys would like to see us do another video, then please let me know in the comments below. Please go ahead and leave a comment down below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My lovely sister, Muru, also has a YouTube channel, so please check it out. Her beautiful mother, Priyanti, you know, she makes her cameo appearances. I mean, not even cameo, she's like a star. Check her out, subscribe. And you don't have a YouTube channel, but please check out her Instagram, heran.s.
Oh, and the Party Palette.
Party Palette Co. She has a decor business.
Check it out.
Check it out. I will link their tags, handles, YouTube channels, everything. We will see you guys next time.
Out of
Bye.
You,
Y'all
like,
girls know, y'all boys know, you pick up your partners by that community mailbox. Right?
Oh my god, or drop it down the street, bro.
Down the street, down the curb.
Oh. But yeah, we snuck around for so long.
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't tell my parents for like a year.
Yeah. And like I would
We
be
know.
like